Happy New Year, everyone. It's actually New Year's Eve right now. Tomorrow, whenever you see this vlog, it will be the new year. Honestly, the past few days have been so cozy. They've been so dreary out, raining, foggy, and it's just been nice to be like chilling in my apartment, reading books, watching movies. Like, it's been a really nice few days to just like recharge the energy, trying to go into the new year with positive vibes. I actually spent this morning cleaning my apartment because, you know, let's not go into the new year with this year's dirt. Guys, I did sit down and I was able to write in my new planner, and I kind of just mapped out January, guys. I kind of wrote down video ideas. I actually went through February too, like video ideas, goals, things I already know I have to do. That was really nice to kind of just get a start on it. Stressed me out a little bit. Yeah, and so now lately for the past hour, I was actually going through all my other videos. Like, so I took all the videos I filmed this year, I kind of like cut out pieces of them and did like a montage. And guys, I gotta say, I think sometimes it's easy to think of all the bad things and just think, yeah, it was an awful year. But just kind of going back through and just seeing those like quiet moments that I filmed or the times with friends, it's like, you know what, maybe it wasn't as bad. I think for right now, enjoy the montage of my year and kind of how my New Year's Eve is.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old
obviously the next day. I definitely feel I need coffee right now because I am not awake at all, but I just drank a cup, so I'm trying to wait a little bit before I go for the second. Anyways, guys, so as per usual, I want to sit down and kind of talk about my goals for this year, plans. Also, I want to go through my last year's goals too and see if I hit them, because I kind of wrote them down and then I never looked at them again. So let's go through last year's a little bit. Last year, I said my new year habits were going to be read more and do more yoga. I actually did pretty good. The read more, I read 11 books this past year. 11 books is actually not terrible. It's about a book a month almost. Obviously, I would like it to be higher, but it's a lot better than what I feel like I was doing. And then my other one was to do more yoga. And this, guys, I actually did pretty well on. I actually found a yoga studio I really, really liked. And so I've actually been going there and doing yoga classes. Guys, it's so much fun. It is not like your typical yoga. So what kind of kept me from going to a studio and doing yoga, and this is for me personally, I know not everyone's like that, and that's totally okay. This is just for me personally. It's just I couldn't justify spending the money on something I could probably get for free doing like a YouTube video and get the same effects from. But I was finding just trying to be like, okay, well, I'm going to do yoga on my own was not happening. And I found this studio where one thing I liked about it is they have different classes. Like, we should do one with drumsticks, and that's actually pretty fun. Like, it's not your typical yoga class. The last part's yoga, but like the first part is really just a normal workout and everything. It's so much fun. Like, it keeps me occupied. I loved it. It's so much fun. So that is actually one habit I did reach. Okay, and then I don't know if you guys seen my 2023 video at the beginning of the year, is I actually went and I did like different categories. So I said like giving, fun, career, faith, and health. So for giving, I actually help out with a middle school ministry at a church, and so that's been really fun being a small group leader and everything. So that's actually one goal I met. I'm happy about that. And then for fun, I'm gonna say to be more outgoing and read more. Yeah, I think I hit those. I really kind of found a friend group I click with. Like, I mean, it takes a while whenever you move somewhere new, but I was able to find that friend group and it was nice. And like I said, I did kind of read more, so I technically made those ones. Faith, read, study Bible more, listen more podcasts. This one I would not give myself a high rating on. I did get better with the studying / reading the Bible this year. I got really good at it in the summer, then I kind of fell off the bandwagon, then I got really good at it again in late fall, early winter, then I've fallen off the bandwagon again. So definitely gonna work on that one more. Health, drink more water. Again, in the summer it's so easy to drink water, but in the winter I'm so bad at it, guys. So that one is kind of 50-50. Get off social media. I did not do that. I don't fully want to get off social media. You know how you can just start mindlessly scrolling, or when you're bored and you don't feel like doing anything else, you just go on your phone? I kind of just want to eliminate that. So that one I wouldn't say I really did too well on. And then do more yoga, which I kind of did. So those are my goals last year, guys. I feel like I met most of them, but not all of them. So then this year, so some of these are actually repeats because there's things I want to continue to work on. So for my new year habits, so my habits I kind of categorize as these are things I want to do a lot. They're not necessarily goals, but there's things like I want to incorporate to everyday life. So read more continually. So it's a little different. Not instead of just read more continually. And so what I mean by that is it's not necessarily just to read more, but making sure every single night before I go to bed, I read a chapter from a book. If you're tired, you turn on the TV and that's where you are the rest of the night. So kind of being more mindful and reading continually. And I think the best way I'm going to achieve this is not just hit the ground running. Unless if it's a book I'm really, really into, like I am right now, Fourth Wing, I think it might be maybe like 3 nights a week, end it with reading or something like that. Then paint more. Guys, I don't know if you've seen any of my videos this past year, but I've been working on painting and I forgot how much I loved painting. So it's going to be my goal this year then to paint more. And then my other habit is do yoga at least once a week. So not just do more yoga, but do at least once a week. I guess I kind of think about when I wrote these down, how to enrich my personal life, because I think sometimes work can become your life and work can become your personality. And okay, how do we move away from that? So that's kind of what I got. And then I broke up the categories again, except I did skip the fun category because I feel like that falls into the New Year habits category. And then for health, I have drink more water, again, go to the gym. So I've actually started going to the gym already, but it was kind of a situation where I was really good at it in the summer and then it got cold and I'm like, I'm not leaving my house now. So kind of just pushing through that. And I don't think it's gonna be like a weekly thing because as long as I'm doing yoga every week, I think I'm fine. But maybe like, you know, here or there, go to the gym. Get off social media. I have that one again, and that is just how it is. Like, so January, I'm thinking about spending it as like a detox month. And I'm gonna be having a video on this too, on one of the parts, but I'm actually thinking about giving up social media almost completely for January. I'm still gonna keep a few like Snapchat because one, that's how I communicate with my friends. Instagram, they're gonna be gone. And then I'm also doing a no spend January, which guys, I'm gonna have a whole video on that and I'll explain more about that later. So that's kind of all goes into the health category. I should also add, just be more mindful with spending. And I'm going to do that for health too, because I feel like that is. And I'll go more into that one goal, I think, later. And then for goals, so these are like the goals. Like, this is what I want to kind of continue to work on all year. This is where I want to be. Become more interesting. And I know that kind of sounds like I'm degrading myself, but it's not necessarily because I'm saying I'm a boring person or I'm not, but more just like, you know how like you have those people where you meet in a group and they all have stories to tell and they're all funny or they're just like interesting. Like, kind of do something like that. Kind of become that person who always has a story. Obviously, I'm not expecting my whole personality to go 360 here, but do more interesting things to become much a more interesting person. Like, talk about books I've read. Like, you know where I'm getting at. Basically, to always have a story ready. Stop external factors becoming internal. Guys, I actually went back and re-listened to one of my videos of advice to my younger self, just out of curiosity, even though it was just a few months ago I filmed it, but I was still curious what I said. Guys, some of it hit so true to today where I'm like, wow, I need to listen to my advice again. Read more nonfiction. This kind of goes back to the become more interesting. Read more nonfiction books. I'm really bad at it. I start them and then I never finish them, so just read more nonfiction books. More conversation starters, I guess. And then travel alone, and this one is actually what I'm kind of scared for, but also kind of excited. I actually have a trip already I'm thinking of. But yeah, guys, those are my goals. Those are my intentions. I hope you guys all have a great new year, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!